I'm Amir.
I'm DJ Locksmith.
And you're watching Moshcam.
And we are Rudimental on Moshcam.
My favourite song off the album to play live and why is Not Giving In. Just because that's like...
Wait a minute, that's my one, bro.
No, that's my one, mate.
No, it's definitely mine.
Yeah, it's my favourite song, it's Not Giving In. Because it's the most dynamic, like I just think it's one of my favourite songs off the album, full stop, so it's emotional really.
I love the journey that Not Giving In takes you on, you know. It starts off with some chords and then it goes into sort of like a full pelt drop of just like pure passion really.
Yeah, it's got a heavy middle A. It's like being in the gym, that song.
Yeah.
It's got ups and downs.
You can imagine yourself run into that song, I say that song like we haven't made it.
Yeah.
Run into that song, run into Not Giving In. And you can just feel yourself, you know, when there's a low point where you feel like you can't go on anymore, and then you get through that barrier. So yeah, Not Giving In. Oh, definitely have to have a bottle of Grey Goose, because that's something that lives next to me on stage.
Yeah, if it's a really special gig, I might get some Ray and Nephew.
Yeah.
But then that might be a bit too special.
And then I just like some Jelly Babies, you know, simple stuff, simple. I'm just simple guys.
Yeah, we don't really have much on our lineup. We might start asking for some more stuff.
I want to start asking for some really rare stuff, you know, like rare cheese or something. Like give promoters headaches to go out and look for things for us.
We usually make up some silly songs, some stupid songs before we go on stage. So
that our parents wouldn't be proud of us singing, basically.
Sickened.
But we do it.
No, we're quite silly, really. Silly.
I want to give you an example, but I think the whole world would be offended by it.
Yeah, I don't think we say anything.
But it's kind of things
freestyle.
We'll freestyle things, and we'll sort of like make up melodies and chants.
Just going nuts.
We'll go nuts throughout the dressing room and down the corridors of the dressing room. Tech teams and all the promoters all think we're nuts, so it's all good.
When we're in Yorkshire in the UK, the crowds always tend to shout, Yorkshire, Yorkshire, and it sounds like your shit. It's like, the first time I heard it, I was like, why are they here to see us? Why are they saying we're shit when they're here to see us? I was really annoyed about it, but apparently it was Yorkshire.
Yeah, that's what they do. Oh, you want to see what he does?
Yeah, there's a solo. I've always wanted to do a big guitar solo on stage, and with Rudimental, could do what you want. So yeah, at the end of one of our songs right here, there's a massive solo, and I always see pictures on the internet with like light shining on my head.
That wasn't the moment I was talking about. I remember when we first started doing a couple of shows, and I don't know why your arms look crazy long on camera, but it looks like after the show he literally just gets up and just to the whole crowd. Look how big they are.
It's the lens on the camera, man.
And I remember we used to watch back our shows and we used to, what is Amir doing? But yeah, that's one of the crazy things he does.
Oh man, he's all about.
I think Rudimental, like the word in itself, Rudimental, we're crazy, we're mental on stage. I take off my top and get a bit crazy and like try and interact with the audience as much as I possibly can.
I saw him spooning himself once on stage. I don't know how you can do that in one of our songs. He literally just got on the floor and went like this for a few minutes. What is he doing?
Come see us live and you find out.
Yeah.
I think it's probably one of our more recent gigs that we've done, you know. I think it was a V festival.
Oh man, you're copying all my answers. It's like you know what I'm going to say. We're connected.
We're probably twins.
Yeah. All the recent festivals we've been doing have been nuts because the crowds we've been getting since the album has come out in the UK has been just ridiculous, really. Like V-Fest was 50,000 people.
That was 50,000 people. Yeah. And they had to lock off sort of like the field because they couldn't let no one else in for health and safety. And the actual the head promoter of V Festival actually said that stage that we were on wasn't that packed until
it was the biggest crowd they had since Prodigy.
Was it Prodigy in '94?
Yeah. Which is nuts, really.
So that was kind of crazy. He actually brought us sort of like 8 bottles of champagne to our dressing room to celebrate that fact. But that was pretty cool. But it's every show's special and unique in its own personal way. It's even more special because you know where you've come from and you know where you've started. We've started with sort sort of like 50 people coming to turn up to our shows, and now we're playing in front of 50,000 people.
Yeah. I mean, another really special moment was Future Festival this year, in 2013.
We don't even know where we are right
Yeah,
now. What day is it?
But yeah, that was sick. That was the first festival tour we did in Australia, and that was nuts. That was huge crowds as well.
And that was
whether it's a big crowd or a small crowd.
That was without an album as well, so it was like people didn't even know the full extent of what we were really about. They just knew 2 songs, Not Giving In and Feel the Love. But yet, when we played them tracks like Waiting All Night, which wasn't out then, and other tracks off our album, the crowd were really receptive to it. And they were
singing songs they didn't know. And all this stuff.
Exactly. I think not even crazy. It was kind of mad. We got off the tour bus and there was this guy. He must have been about 80, and we were looking at him for quite a while. And he was looking at us, and he came with his pad out, and he wanted our autograph. He knew all our names, everything about us, and whatnot.
Yeah, he was dropping songs that we'd released way before Feel the Love. Sort of like.
Yeah, all right, cool. But that was a kind of nutty encounter to see someone of that age interact with us in that way.
Yeah.
But that was kind of nuts. Had bras and that thrown on stage, but who hasn't?
We've got a really mixed fan base. I mean, like 8-year-old guys all the way down to kids, really.
So when you come to our shows, there's a lot of Zimmer frames and that running around.
Yeah, loads of Zimmer frames being chucked on stage. We had one. It's not funny. It's a bit scary, but we were doing our UK tour, and the trailer at the back of the bus where all of our equipment is, there's about 100 grand worth of equipment in there. We've spent all of our money on, and I was following us on the coach, and we were in the fast lane, and just like 6 a.m. we're all in a lounge, off our faces, if I can say that. He was in bed actually.
I was sleeping.
Just heard this massive screaming noise, but the trailer had just come off the back of the bus at high speed, and it pulled off a bit of the bus with it, and it was just scraping along the motorway. And there was cars swerving around it. It was the scariest thing. I just looked out the back window. We were all laughing like mad, and I just looked out like, no, being serious. It was like cars going around it. Someone could have got killed, but thankfully, it sort of just veered off to the side.
It lodged itself in the fast lane, didn't it?
Yeah, it lodged itself in the fast lane, and a lorry he must have put his foot down, put his foot on the brake, because I swear it was just a few meters away from it where it stopped.
If you can imagine Final Destination without no one dying.
It was like that. It was scary, man. By the time the bus stopped, that's how fast it was going. It was all the way back, like it was, maybe like half a kilometre away. So our tour manager
It's scary because all our equipment and all our investments that we had were in that one trailer, and it was at the beginning of our sort of like touring career.
Yeah.
And if we lost all that, we kind of would have been fucked.
Wow. And the gear was alright?
Yeah, funny enough, we had a gig the following day, and we got it sort of picked up and towed to where we were playing, and everything worked perfectly, fortunately enough.
Well, there's this rumour that Beyonce delivered some bottles of champagne on a golf buggy.
Well, that's not really a rumour, that's what's happened. She
wasn't
did
naked. Someone said she was naked on a golf buggy.
I know, when you see Beyonce, do you really visualise her in her clothes? This is the question.
Yeah, that's the thing. No, we got some champagne from Jay-Z and Beyonce when our single went to #1, which was amazing.
We got that. Yeah, we got a bottle of Cristal.
But that's not a rumour, that's true. A rumour.
Is probably the one of her naked.
Naked, yeah. That part of it wasn't true. Yeah. Unfortunately. Do you know what? Recently, we did a session in LA, out of all places. It was our second tour there, and we met The Game, the rapper. So we ended up in the studio with him and Ed Sheeran. And we did 5 tracks in 2 days. It went really well, and he was proper loving our vibe. And he seemed to be into drum and bass, which was really weird. So we might get him on a drum and bass track. Actually,
that could be cool.
He was up for it.
More than anything, there was so many sort of like different kind of people in the studio, weren't there?
Johnny Depp turned up at one point.
Psy from
Gangnam Style. It was really odd.
It was really weird.
Yeah, Alice Cooper. I'm not joking.
Ellie Goulding was there.
Ellie Goulding was there. It was like everyone was in LA at this moment.
And in that specific
Studio,
place.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
so
was
it's
that
quite
was
crazy.
that was pretty. That was kind of a dream collaboration actually, working with Game. But yeah, definitely didn't expect
That
Psy Gangnam Style to turn up.
Could you imagine if we got them all on the track? What
Yeah,
kind of
imagine.
madness that would be? Psy, Johnny Depp,
Yeah, Alice Cooper,
Alice
Game,
Cooper,
Ed
Ellie
Sheeran,
Goulding.
Ellie Goulding.
Any idea when the
next
tracks
single.
might end up or?
Well, we did 5 tracks with The Game and Ed Sheeran,
Yeah.
so they'll be coming out at some point. We haven't,
Yeah.
we haven't fully sort of.
They're not
decided.
even finished yet.
They're not
either,
fully
so
finished yet.
We've got a couple hoops to jump through before we can do anything.
Yeah.